Hey YouTube, this is Teen Techie, and today I'm going to show you how to use Wix. This is part 2 of the series, so if you have not seen part 1, please make sure to go and check that out right now and then finish watching this video. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is access our website. So if you go on to the Wix dashboard, all you have to do is click on Edit Site. The main objective for today is to completely customize the homepage. We can go ahead and start from the top to bottom. So over here we've got our little header title, and I'm just going to go ahead and edit that by double clicking on it. And then you can go over to edit text, and it allows you to customize the font size, and even the color. And you can go ahead and explore through here exactly what types of settings that you can go ahead and change to completely customize your text. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight Teen Techie, and I'm going to show you how to change the font color. So you can go ahead and highlight the text that you want, and then you can go ahead to color, and then you can decide what color you want to change it to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and also edit this text over here. So again, click on the text and then click on edit text. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this description from my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to go ahead and copy it in here. You can see now I have this text in here, and I can of course go ahead and edit the appearance by clicking on edit text. And I've got all these options to go ahead and change the appearance as I'd like. So I'm going to actually decrease the font size by a little bit, maybe to 18. I can go ahead and click here if I want to instead type it in. And then down here we've got this 2023 by John Altman. Alright, so now we've got that changed, and I don't really like this bottom part. I want it to actually match with the navigation bar, the same color here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it to change footer design. Alright, so now it's giving me a lot of options, and I'm just going to click on customize design. I'm going to go ahead with fill, colors, and opacity because I want to change the color. So I'm going to click on the color there, and alright, so now we've got this background bit part changed, and I'm also going to change this background. So whenever the color hasn't changed for everything, just click on the part that it hasn't changed for, and then click on change strip background. So now we have different backgrounds, different options. So I'm going to click on color just so I can make everything uniform. I'm going to go ahead and select the same color there. Next, let's actually change this background. So I'm going to click on this image, and you can click on change strip background. I want something a little bit more related to Teen Techie, so we can either make this a video or an image. So let's just see what we have in video, since we haven't really explored that quite yet in this series. Just gonna search up technology, see what comes up there. I actually kind of like the aesthetic here with our RGB lights, so it should be a video here. So let's just click on preview and let's see if this video is working here. Alright, so yes, it is indeed a video. And I think I actually want to change this bit right here. Instead, I'd like to add a button that links to my channel, which would be quite nice. So I'm going to go ahead, select this, and actually delete it. So let's click on this add button, and then that'll give us all of the elements that we could add. So we see all these elements, but what we want is a button. So I'm just going to go ahead, click on button, and it gives us a lot of different options here. We've got some themed buttons, some text and icon buttons. I think I'm going to go a little bit boring here with this button, but we are going to go ahead and customize this so that it looks a little better. So I'm just going ahead and drag this back over here. I'm just going to click on change text and icon. I'm just going to go ahead and change this to subscribe, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a link to my channel over here. I'm going to click on web address and copy in my YouTube URL here, and then I'm going to make it open a new window. Click on done. Now this should be linked up to my channel whenever you click on it, and you can actually have text and icon. So I'm just going to see what the options are for an icon, but I still do want to change the appearance. So we're just going to hover over this, paintbrush icon and click on design, and we're going to click on customize this design. So we're going to start with text. So we want this font to be kind of streamlined with the font that we use for the rest of the website. So we're just going to select that. So now that already looks a lot better. All right, so now we've done text. We can change the opacity. I think I'll just leave it at 100% opacity. That way it pops out. Then we can have borders. All right, so for the borders, we can make it dashed. If we'd like, we can make it a double line. I think I'm going to leave it as that, but it might be interesting to change the color of the border. I was thinking maybe white. We can change the pixel width, so we can change it to 2 pixels or even 3 pixels, but I'm going to leave it, I think, at 1 pixel here. And you can change the width for each one. Now for the corners, I was thinking of making it slightly curved. What it's asking us is how much would you like to round the corners. So you can see this corner is slightly rounded here. So I think I'm going to just increase that by all the way up to 10. All right, so I think that 10 is what I'm going to change it for all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and make that edit for each and every one of the corners. And then after that, I'm going to lock it by clicking on this lock icon here. You can change the alignment here. We can go ahead and make it so that the icon and the text are switched. We can either make it left aligned, right aligned, or simply center aligned. We can change the spacing, so we can increase the spacing all the way to 15, or we can decrease the spacing all the way to 5, for instance. All right, so the bottom here is padding. So it's a very conventional element of design. What it does is it changes the padding inside of the button, but outside of the text. I'll show you what I mean. So if you want padding on the top, just change it to a lot, maybe 10 pixels. Quite a lot of padding. You can see that it pushes it downwards. This text can't be less than 10 pixels away from the upper border. And that might be interesting to play with, but for now, I'm just going to keep all of the padding at 0. Then I'm going to go ahead and lock this. That way, when we're dragging stuff around, we don't accidentally change the padding. So now this is solely for the icon bit. I don't think there's enough contrast between these two colors. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about that. I do want to make sure that the Teen Techie theme is all here. And right now we're missing pink. There's one thing that I want to change from last time. I want it so that when we hover over it, it changes to this kind of faded pink, just like a bit of an accent color here. And then maybe when it's clicked on, it can go ahead to this brighter pink here. I have to do the same for this one to make sure that the hover and the regular are both the same color. I might even make sure that hover is a slightly lighter blue, just so that the user knows that they've hovered over it. All right, so let's try and preview this for now. And when you hover over different pages, it turns to this light pink. And then when a particular page is clicked on, it turns pink. So that the user knows which page that they're currently on. So this contact me has also turned pink here. I also want to make it so that the navigation bar stays with the person as they scroll. So I think that's a pretty cool feature there. So I'm going to click on settings here. And it actually gives us all sorts of options. So we can either have it freeze, we can have it disappear, we can have it fade out. We can actually just test some of these. So we're going to see in preview what that looks like. When we preview it, it should be the whole yes. So now you can kind of see what it looks like. By the way, again, please make sure to check out the part 1 of this series as well. And to check out part 3 of this series, where I will be designing the rest of the website. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate. Please comment down in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.